Bestie, bestie, listen up. You are exactly where you need to be. Exactly in this very moment in your life, you're exactly where you need to be, where you are meant to be. And I'm talking about, it doesn't matter what the circumstance is. Like, you could be feeling your worst, you could be feeling your best, you could be feeling in between, más o menos. It doesn't matter. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Literally, you can't make this shit up. But let me explain to you. From the perspective of your soul, which is kind of, you can conceptualize it as your higher self or your inner self. Basically, that which is connected to the universal consciousness. Your soul is having the time of its life, no matter what you're going through. Like, if you're feeling bad, your soul is just happy to be existing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, your soul knows exactly why it came to earth. It knows the deep, like, your deepest desires. It already knows what they are, and it knows exactly how to get there, like the path of least resistance to get there. So your soul has literally a higher intelligence, like cosmic intelligence, integrated. It's integrated in you. Okay? Like, if you have ever watched the movie Soul by Disney or Pixar, I don't remember, and the souls are all like in the soul world, they're in the universe running around, and then they get so excited to come to earth, they find their match, like the patch that they had, like they find their passion, and then they're like, we gonna jump through. And that is literally your soul all the time, though, all the time. So basically, because your soul has this intelligence, this cosmic intelligence, and knows what your deepest desires are and exactly how to get there, no matter what situation you are in, your soul is still like on the path. Your soul is already 1,000 steps ahead, because your soul is just happy to be materialized in existence and be able to, like, literally be in this life game, basically. Connecting it back to you're exactly in the place you're meant to be is because even if you can't, like, with your human mind, understand why you're going through something, your soul knows. Like, your soul knows exactly how it's helping shape you, or how it's contributing basically to your story. And a lot of the times, that's why people say, like, everything makes sense in hindsight. Like, basically, yeah, it's honestly true. Like, everything makes sense once you're further along, maybe even, it could even be a couple years later. But then you're like, oh, that's why that happened to me, or like, that's why this person, blah, 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 or like, that's why I didn't get that job, or like, whatever, because something else, or like, that had to happen in order for other circumstances to get you to the point where you are, like, then in the, like, in the future. Like, future you. So I will give you a personal example, because I always prefer to speak from experience, and like, hopefully you can relate or like apply it to your own life. But for example, this is if you feel like you're down bad right now, like if you're in a circumstance that you're like, girl, nah, I'm not exactly where I'm meant to be, like, this shit is annoying, or like, this sucks. Like, speaking from experience, there was a very life-altering event that happened, and I was very depressed, and nothing really seemed to help. I had these passive suicidal thoughts. Like, I was literally like, God, take me. Like, I was just wishing, like, a truck would hit me or something. Like, I can't even imagine saying that now, and but that's the space that I was in. And but I'm so glad that I never acted on that or anything, on those thoughts. Alhamdulillah. But yeah, this is why I'm saying that everything makes sense in hindsight, because and people would tell me that too when I was in the moment, and I was like, man, get the fuck out of here talking about it's gonna make sense in the future. Like, no. Like, no, I don't like what I'm experiencing right now. Like, you don't understand. And so that's what I'm telling you, like, I have been there. Believe me, I have been there, and it does get better. It does get better. Like, if you're in that moment right now, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I feel your pain. But I also want to remind you that it does get better. It does get better. But at the same time, only if you allow it. Only if you allow that in your mind. Because if you, as long as you just stay a little open-minded, honestly, that is enough. You know, because you shouldn't force it either. You know, like, everyone's gonna get to where they need to go on their own time. And what I'm saying though is, in hindsight, like, looking back, that was the exact moment that I was meant to be in, because it was like the universe forcing me to grow. It was like the series of events that happened that got me into that state. When I look back at it, I'm like, that was actually my spiritual awakening. And that's the amazing thing. It was like the universe was like, come on, girl, like, wake up. Because I had literally stopped believing in God, or like a higher power, the universe, or anything that you want to call it. I had stopped believing since I was 12. It was a long time that I had no faith. But it was my soul's purpose to remember that, like that's what I came on earth to do, like, to remember who I am, and then be able to share that, like how I'm sharing my experience right now, and like hopefully inspire you or help you feel affirmed or encouraged to continue on your path. At the same time, like, my soul came to experience this range of emotions and, yeah, life events that would encourage such a transformational journey, like such transformation and growth. And so, yeah, like, basically my soul has elevated from the depths of darkness, literally, like, from the void, basically, which is pretty cool when I think about it now. But I mean, in the moment, it was not cool at all. Like, it was no, like, I would never wish that on anybody, like, ever. So that's what I'm saying, like, wherever you are in your life right now, whatever state you find yourself in your life right now, that's exactly where you're meant to be. And something that Abraham Hicks talks about, she's an author and spokesperson who talks a lot about the law of attraction and manifestation and things like that. She gives a lot of talks, and has like transformed a lot of people's lives. So if you like, with her teachings or like her talks, so if you're interested, you can look up her videos. But something that she talks about is how even when you're in moments or circumstances that you don't like, your soul is still having the time of its life, because it's then exploring, like, okay, this is what I don't like, this is what I do like. And it's basically like sifting through, kind of like, I mean, this is very oversimplified, but think about when you're a toddler, or, you know, younger, a little one, and you're starting to try new foods. There's no way for you to really know what you like and don't like until you try it, like, until you experience it. So imagine that's how your soul is. except with experiences. Like your soul doesn't fully experience all of the emotions to the intensity or to the degree that you do as a human. And that's why in a way it's like a little bit detached, and it just sees things from a higher consciousness, being like, okay, we don't like that, so we do like this other thing. We don't like that, we do like that, you know. So basically that's what Abraham Hicks talks about, that as humans we need that contrast. She calls it contrast, in order to move us towards our deepest desires, towards realizing those, because again our soul knows the path of least resistance to fulfilling our desires. And so no matter where you at whatever point in your life, the contrast is helpful to get you to where you do want to be. If you find yourself in a moment, circumstance, or reality that you don't like right now, you do have the control to shift that. And you can do so with a universal law called the Law of Polarity. Basically, it just says that everything in the universe has an opposite, like an energetic opposite. So the most common example would be like hot and cold, like those are opposites. So basically the reason that you can use this principle is because even though it states that the universe has these opposites, technically they are interconnected. They are the same, but they're just like hot and cold. If you think about ice and steam, like it's still the same base of water, but it's just vibrating at different rates that create like the cold or the hot, like the steam. If you think about it like that, like apply this principle into your life. If you're experiencing certain emotions or circumstances that you do not want to be, you can, well, first of all, you know, universally, like there is an opposite to where you are right now. So if where you are right now, you don't like it, it doesn't change the point of this video. Like that is exactly where you're meant to be. I think you can just take it as an opportunity, which is easier said than done, of course. Yeah, but I guess I'm just trying to like let you know what tools can work that have worked for me. I mean, this law, I wish I would have known it back then when I was like really going through it. But then again, that was my journey, and I'm so happy that now I'm at the point where I've learned about this law and I can apply it even from the state that I'm currently in, and it just gets better and better. So basically, I would say it usually helps me when I close my eyes and like tap into my imagination. Imagine the energetic opposite. So for example, if you are feeling sad or depressed, think about the energetic opposite. That would be feeling happiness or joy. And so then you just start to place your focus, your concentration on aspects in your life, even if you don't feel that way right now. Times in your life where you did feel joy, and it can be as small or big as you have experienced, or like as you can think of. Once you place your concentration on something, your mind will try to find more things of that nature that basically affirm what you're already concentrating on. You might have experienced this with like random things, like maybe if you're thinking, oh, I really want to get some red sunglasses or something, and then you go outside and you start to see red sunglasses everywhere, like people wearing red sunglasses, and you're like, whoa, like see it as a sign. And it is, but it's also, there's a science behind it. It's called your reticular activating system, RAS. But that's basically what it is. Like your mind, whatever you concentrate on, your mind will like scan things to bring more of that to you, basically. I pulled up the definition. It says the reticular activating system is a network of neurons located in the brain stem that plays a crucial role in regulating arousal, wakefulness, and sleep-wake transitions. It acts as a filter for sensory information, determining what information reaches conscious awareness and influencing attention and focus. Okay, so it does a few things, but the part that I'm talking about is it filters incoming sensory information, allowing the brain to focus on relevant stimuli and ignore distractions. And using this knowledge of your reticular activating system, like how it works, how your brain functions literally, that can be so helpful, because once you gain momentum of having these joyful or positive thoughts, basically that can raise your vibration, which can raise your frequency and therefore alter your reality, or like shift your reality. Okay, so let's say that you actually do love where you're at right now, like this moment, circumstance, time in your life that you are at. You love it. You're like, I love my life, I'm so grateful, I'm so happy, blah blah blah, you know. First of all, congratulations, same, and what a blessing to be feeling that way, for real. And so congratulations. But I was gonna say, so in this circumstance, it is easier for you to feel like, yeah, you're right, like I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, like feeling so hopeful and all this. That is so amazing, because the beauty of it all is that it only gets better. It only always gets better. And that is the beauty of like the soul's experience on earth, you know, like the ever evolving journey and game of this life, like living on earth. Materialized source energy. Really feeling that, like really feeling, resonating with that, yeah, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be right now. The expansion is just endless, because we are extensions of source, and source is literally infinite. It's like there's always gonna be something else, there's always gonna be another goal or another experience or something else that you will want to strive for. And that's so exciting. So y'all, we locked in. Like, no, but honestly, I really want to know if you are in this moment in your life, let me know in the comments, because so I can congratulate you directly. And eso. Thanks for listening, y'all. Also, I'm gonna start blowing bubbles at the ends of my videos, because why not? Why not? It's fun. Hey. I love bubbles so much. Ooh. Oh, the little ones. That was so cute.